All right, this is Daryl Martin with ApexInvesting.com. We're going over sniper setups. This was an incredible morning. We had the market run up to new highs and then give all of it back before the market opened up, okay? And we're going to go through, I can't really draw on the screen, but I will point everything out to you, Terry, okay? So I did have a question about earlier morning trade here at 8:20, so I want to start with that one. So as you can see, we're in a downtrend and we're looking for one specific thing right here. We're looking for a red box with a blue trapped order inside of it. That's called a X box with a trapped order, okay? And what would happen is we go short a tick below, we put a stop a tick above, and we're going to go for 10 ticks, which is going to be, the bars are 10 ticks from the body of the candle, but they're 5 ticks from like low to low. So if it goes down 2 bars, let's click on it and let it do its thing. And then that would have been a profitable trade. Okay? That had an Xbox a trapped order, but it's against the trend. So no trade, and it didn't reverse. Now we got another one. We have a 47.23. Notice we don't have any divergence here. Right there in the morning, but we do have divergence on DR. And divergence, the best way I can describe it for you, let you see it, is big hill with a little hill. Follow it. Okay, so we had a big hill, little hill. Hill being defined as like going up and making highs, then making a lower high, then going up making highs, making lower highs. So we had DR divergence on this trade. So you could have taken it against the trend. We only take it if we have either OD divergence, like this number on lower low has a lower volume than the previous low on that trend. Or if we have DR divergence where it has a big hill and then a little hill, and then we get an X box with a trapped order, you buy a tick above, put a stop tick below, and you go for 10 ticks. Okay? So now we're following along. Not much happening. We're about to get into... All right, now we're in the 5 minutes before and after trading. We don't take trades first thing in the morning because that's when the stocks open up. And a lot of people have resting stock orders that just fire off and do a lot of random things out there. So we leave it alone for the first 5 minutes. And as you can see, it went pretty insane. That trade would have happened to have worked with a big hill and a very small little hill. But still, we would avoid that first trade right there. Now we're into the 9:35 session. And we're just going forward and we're looking for an X box with a trapped order. Or one of our other 4 setups. Okay, we got an X box with a trapped order. We do have a big hill, little hill. If I pull this down a little bit... But we have an X box with a trapped order to go reverse. We are flying down in the morning. So we're staying out of that one. Didn't really get a heel right there. We were just literally flat going into this. If you have any questions along the way, let me know. So market's just going down. By the way, we had a 10 a.m. announcement on ISM that came out. Okay, so right there on the close of that bar, we actually had a big hill, little hill, allowing us to have divergence because the market went down further but got weaker. And we don't worry about the yellow lines and all that stuff. That's for a different system. Big hill, little hill. And we have an X box with a blue order in it. We've put an order in to buy above, stop below. Do have a little caution here with that 0.25 dead. That may be one that you may set out on or may take. But and we're right on the edge of the 5 minutes. So that's really a cautionary trade. It would have worked out per the rules. But like I said, this is right at 9:34. We're still not at 9:35. Now we're at 9:35. Okay. Now, one of the biggest things I want you to notice is look at this yellow line. This is expected volume, and this blue is actual volume. So how much volume is expected that time versus how much we're getting. So we're getting a lot more volume than expected. and it gets even bigger and bigger and bigger. And one thing I want you to think of is, more volume means faster moves, which is great for getting big trades. But if you're not experienced, this could be a really hard day to trade because you have to be able to fire off your orders quickly. You have to be able to adjust your stops quickly. Um, and so it can be a good day to go in and sim trade or even go back and do a market replay on, like I teach in step 7 under Ninja Trader, where you can go in and practice your skills on speed. If you see a big, massive volume day like this, it can be a time just to sit out, sit back. And I'm not saying don't do anything, but, maybe sim trade. Okay? Until you get down, the speed of these orders and getting used to trading them all. So I'm just moving forward as the market is moving on down. I'm waiting for trade with the divergence or something. All right, that trade right there is going in the direction of the trend. It's an X box with a trapped order on a reversal bar. Goes down again. That's our 2 bars right there. That's another profitable trade. Okay. Yeah, another thing you had on it, if I go in and zoom in, is you can see that there was a triple dipper that also confirmed that trade as well. And one of the things that happens is when I see this and then this bar starts forming, I put my order in immediately. Now I get ready to cancel it in case the trapped order goes away, but I don't wait for the bar to close down because it could be too late. It could move really fast. So you want to put that on, and then you want to adjust your take profit and your stop to be 1 tick above and your take profit to be 10 ticks below there. So yeah, it had triple dipper and that. And then somebody's asking about it on MNQ. Let's see here. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to scroll a lot because there is a lot of bars this morning. So MNQ, you could have got caught, but if you're watching both charts, you would have taken your profit. And that's why we have both charts up in the room to help you out in case you don't have them. Whoa, wait a minute. I'm going too fast. But another profitable trade right there. No Xbox on that one. Moving really fast. All right, we got another Xbox with a trapped order. And we are moving down with that overall trend, so we go ahead and go short on that. So we also see a pickup in steam, but anyway, so we got 10 more ticks right there. Again, that's going short right here, stop right here, then go for at least 10 ticks. Now, one of the things you can learn to do over time, I wouldn't suggest it out of the gate, just go for your 53 times a day. But, or your, 3 profitable trades, but you can learn to, like, you could trail here, this goes down, you can put it behind that magnet, then behind that magnet, then behind that magnet. Then you're waiting for something else. You got a cluster bar. I'd move it there on the cluster, and you have a big swing point. So you're just waiting for something to give you a sign to trail. We're down at 1 deviation. I definitely would tighten up at that point. Got another magnet, tighten up again. This is how you would trail using order prints. And then you're out of the trade. So that trade right there, you could have got in up here at 83.57, got in out at 83.37, made 20 points, $400 on a single contract. Just using OP to trail. But again, you want to do that with experience and with having a little cash to allow for, sometimes you got to get a little bit more room. And that can be nerve-wracking to begin with. So we're going on through. Now we got another X box with the trapped order. We definitely have OD divergence right there, 3452 versus 11,000. Get in a tick above, set a stop right here. And then notice these magnet levels. One of the levels that I called out that I said was draw the 8330 line. Okay? So if you don't have that line on there, you want to draw 8330 as a magnet because you'd want to take profit running right into it if you're going to take that trade. Okay? I really didn't have the market jumping past my entries because I had my entries in right then. As soon as I saw the potential trade, I put my order in. So it's first in, first fill. So that trade right there, as soon as it hit that magnet at 8330, I was like, you need to, either tighten up to break even or take your profits. And it becomes a bigger issue even later. Later we're going to come back up to that level and it's going to become a big issue. Got a triple dipper to go short, and that trade is profitable. So we got three little apex icons right there, all three of them. We go short, a tick below. We set a stop, a tick above. We grab 10 ticks. So another profitable trade. That's called setup 1, by the way. All right, now we got an X box with a mini magnet on it. And let's see, we're going down at that point. That trade would have taken a hit. There we go. This one's going right into a magnet level. So I would not want to take a trade going right into a magnet. Also, it's going against the trend now that we're going up. Okay. Now that we're going up, we got another X box with a trapped order right there. Goes up and it grabs its 10 ticks. Again, we bought right here. It had to be a reversal bar box with a blue thing inside of it, and it had a paw, and it had a mini magnet. I mean, it was a very strong order. So buy 1 tick above, sell, stop 1 tick below, grab 10 ticks. And that one just kept going. When those clusters popped up, if you weren't out of the trade, it'd be time to go ahead and tighten up your stop. Because 2 clusters in a row, what does that mean? What do 2 clusters in a row mean that's probably about to happen? Chop, exactly. So this is like the only way I know that exists on the planet where you can see chop is about to start forming. Is with our order prints engine that prints these clusters. Also, what level are we coming back into that I warned you about? Coming back into this 8330, right? So again, I'd be tightening up if you were still in. I'd be very cautious on any entries right around this level. There's a long there, but again, we're going right at 8330, and we know we have chop coming because of the double clusters. See how it just went up, and then it's turned right back around. We have a triple dipper there. We have a potential short there. But again, we got chop warning going on, right? So we're in chop right now, so we're not taking these trades. 8330 is a price level to draw a line at. It's a dynamic magnet. We'll be doing a webinar on that soon. So, and it's one of the levels that I give you in the room, that I gave out in the room. I give out several levels in the room in addition to what NQ Walls prints. But I said, be careful on these trades. That one would have happened to have worked, but compared to the other ones that didn't, it's okay. Just let it figure its thing out. See, look at that. We got this chop just forming all around. We knew that back here before any of this chop happened. We knew that in 2 bars. That was going to take place. Now we're getting another one. Looks like, yep, chopped again. Kept bouncing off that like it wanted to go down. It did go down. Now we're waiting on another level. Can I explain the chop indicator? When you see two big yellow things in a row, or several of them in the same level, expect chop. Okay, expect chop to take place right after that. So when you see two clusters, which are these yellow boxes that draw, expect the market to start chopping after that. So don't take trades right then unless you know you have plenty of room and you're experienced in trading chop. So we tell you just to stand aside, get out of the way. All right. Again, I don't know anything else on the planet that tells you chop before there actually is chop. So now we got a triple dipper to go short. And that's coming right into, what is that yellow level? What is that we need to be aware of? The yellow line is an NQ wall, okay? So you're coming right into a wall where that gap was at, exactly. So you'd probably want to take profit like right before that level, not wait for the full 10 ticks on the trade if you're going to take the trade. Does that make sense? So we go in, it actually hit it to the tick, and then it bounced right off of it, okay? So those walls, not just every little line, but like those walls and stuff have a lot of power, okay? And they can save you from making bad trades, or you're waiting on 2 more ticks and you end up giving up 20 versus, grabbing 7 or 8, or just saying, hey, I'm going to avoid this trade. And finally, it comes back down and it breaks through it. Okay, now we got another Xbox with the mini magnet going along with us on this downtrend. Not a mini magnet, but Xbox. It's coming off the wall, which is great coming off the wall versus going into it. So it's bouncing off of it. We got the Xbox with the trapped order coming off the wall. We go short, tick below, stop right above, moves down. It grabs our 10 ticks, another profitable trade. We got another Xbox with a paw at the same level, with the trapped order, with the cluster. And we got another 10 ticks, back to back, right there within just a matter of a couple minutes of each other. Okay? Coming down to another wall, another wall. Sooner or later, one of these walls is going to stop us, or it's going to pull back to it. So now we're hesitating right around the NQ walls. We also see all these clusters forming. Sitting back, being patient, waiting on a reversal bar with an Xbox or a triple dipper or one of the other setups. Now we got a low volume score right here. Do you see that? Low volume score, that number 6 with a star on the same bar with the ZOI on the same bar. So that's either going to be a reversal or continuation. Usually we're looking for a reversal bar. In this case, it was a continuation. So it went ahead and broke up so that we had no entry on that one. We had a star 4 with a ZOI, star with a low volume score. And that one did reverse. So we would have went short right there. We would have had our stop right here, and we would have got our 10 ticks. Star low volume score with a ZOI. So that is a setup 4. We did not have divergence on OD because we had 4,500 compared to 3,400. You compare this number to this number. No divergence was there. But we had a star low volume score ZOI. Previous setup. What time? I'm going to move forward. But yeah, sounds like you got it. Okay. So we're rocking on through, letting things move. Being patient. Sniper trading here. Alright, so we do not have DR divergence because we don't have big hill, little hill. We have little hill, bigger hill, and we have larger OD. So even though this trade would have worked out, we didn't take it because it wasn't worth fighting the trend on. Look at all those triple dippers. And got that one. And one thing I've noticed, and I'm watching this more and more, when you get a lot of triple dippers in a row, a lot of times it can seem like it's more setting you up for a continuation. So, and you can also see how we have this 1.5 dev right here. I mean, it could make it to that. But it definitely oscillated around on us quite a bit. Then it gave us a reversal trade on top of that. Do y'all see that Xbox with trapped order with that reversal trade? So I usually want this thing done right away. It came back down, came back up. And it may have hit like, let's see here, what is the high? 82.96.25. Whoa. I think we jumped forward a little bit. Okay. Quit moving around like that. Okay. Oops, stop. Just going to use my data box a little bit easier. Okay, right here. 82.96.25, and it got up to 82.98.75. So it actually moved its exact 10 ticks. So that triple dipper, I mean, I would have been nervous and probably hopped out of the trade, but it did move its exact 10 ticks from the high of the bar, which is where we want to be taking our profit. Okay? And so you got out on that one, and then you got an X box with a triple dipper to go short. And we got a sell right here, stop right here. It oscillates around. It does take its profit. And then, let me see, does that have an X box in it? I don't think so. Or trapped order, I mean. It may have one. Yes, it does. Okay, so let's see, would it have been a valid trade to take, though? Yep, we got 72.87 and we got 45.73. So we had OD divergence with an X box with a trapped order. We would have taken a buy right there, the stop right here, and grabbed our 10 ticks for another profitable trade. Now we have a triple dipper followed by a reversal bar. Bar closes in the opposite direction. We set an entry there with a stop right here, and we grab it for 10 more ticks for another profitable trade. All right, let's see what else we got. At this point, you should be done. You're at 11 a.m., okay? Also, can y'all tell that we're in shot by now? Just looking at this, going up and down, up and down, up and down. But if you're still going on that one, look how you're going into a stack. You got all those mini magnets and a wall put together. Remember how I teach you on the advanced or on the mastering setup too? Like, don't trade into a stack if you don't have 10 ticks. Do you have 10 ticks right there to take your profit? Between entering here and here? So on this trade, I'll go back to 1057 in a second. On this trade, do you have 10 ticks to take your profit? No, you don't. So you don't want to take it into a stack. Okay? Right here, yeah, you're coming right off of a wall, right off of a mini magnet. You got an Xbox with a trapped order. That was another trade right there. I called that one. Here, make sure we get this one too. But yes, that's a valid trade. You got an entry right above, a stop below. Grab your 10 ticks. Okay, so another profitable one there. You avoided that one by paying attention to stacks. We got that profitable one right here. We got that triple dipper profitable right there that we just went over. We have an X box with a trapped order. Go a tick below. You definitely got 10 ticks before the stack, so you grab 10 ticks on that trade. Okay? So this one, zoom in. No trapped order on that one. Got a trapped order there. We got 10 ticks before we hit the stack again, so we can do it. X box the trapped order, grab 10 ticks. Okay. So notice we've hit this same level, and Lori called this out in the room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. She's like, eventually this thing's just going to let go. And this one right here, you had to go right into a wall and into a magnet, stacked on top of each other. So would you want to take that trade going right into a wall and a mini magnet? A stack, not just one thing, but two things. Would that be a trade that you'd want to enter into? Correct. No, because you're going right into a stack. You don't want to go into a stack. So here we got an X box with a trapped order. We're able to buy, fortunately, right above the wall. There's two walls right here. This blue and this yellow line, that gap in that wall there. So we have room to go 10 ticks here. So we take an enter right there, a stop right there, and we go for 10 ticks. And you got your 10 ticks. Literally, like 10 ticks, and then a few more on top of that. Now you got a triple dipper to go short here, stop here, and make sure you take profit by this wall right here, right? Because it pulls back. Now, this one got tricky. I remember this one in the room, so I was like, I got stopped out. You shouldn't have got stopped out because your stop is one tick above. And I want you to look at this, too, as just a bonus lesson. See that wall and that magnet that's just right above there? I mean, literally, like, just 2 ticks away. Does everybody see that wall? That yellow line from the gap there and that magnet? Right here. Hide your stop behind it. Yeah, exactly, Christopher. So, I mean, if you put your stop right here, you still didn't get stopped out. Now, if you got entered, and let's say you got a 3-tick bad fill, and your ATM put your stop, like right here at this level, well, then you might have got stopped out. But remember, you're supposed to put your stop behind the high. No matter where you get filled, put your stop there. And if you got like a stack right there, I mean, I'm not talking about points and points away, but I mean, just a couple ticks away, put the stop right above it, okay? So you're still in this trade, and boom, it becomes a profitable trade. So we got in there. Even though we came all the way back up, we did not hit our stop, came back down and got our 10 ticks. Now we got another X box with a trapped order right here. We don't really have... Well, we might. This one's really small. Yep. Yeah. Don't really have divergence. I probably would say you wouldn't take that trade. So... because you got this smaller hill in front of it. So to keep things easy, I'd say I wouldn't take that trade. And you've been sweating it the entire time anyway. Would have won, but you would have been sweating. Let's see here. And the reason, again, we don't have divergence on DR or OD. Okay, so now we're trapped in here. We got an X box with a trapped order. And we're going to have to take our profit right before the wall, right? You got these walls. You don't want to be, like, taking profits on the other side of them. Just like you want your stops on the other side. So, right here, you enter. And if you enter, take your profit right before that wall, or you're going to regret it. Or at least when it gets close to it, tighten it down to, like, break even. One of the two. Because, I mean, it may just bust through it. But, again, you're right at that wall. So I like taking them above them, below them, but like when my profit's going into them, I want to be careful. Does that make sense to everybody? The walls are like these blue and yellow lines that plot on the chart for us. I said the 11-11 I wouldn't take because you're in you don't have divergence. I mean, it's chopping, but it's chopping in a downtrend, at least, still. So you don't have divergence. It's still making lower lows and, you know, higher lows type thing. Or lower lows and lower lows and lower highs. All right, so right here, we're starting to make higher highs and higher lows. We got an X box with a trapped order coming off of a wall on the other side of a wall. We get to get in, so definitely grab that one. Stop above, put your stop right there below that wall, grab your 10 ticks right before that stack. Literally, see that? Those magnets come together, you literally take profit right at it. It's a profitable trade, market keeps going. And then let's see here. Put it back into focus. That's against the trend, so we don't take it. That one's against the trend. But we do have a big hill and a little hill. So you get in, comes down, throws down a paw with an opposing order. But still ends up being profitable. So that one right there, we had DR, so it was a valid trade. So we got in a tick below, put a stop a tick above, go for our 10 ticks. This would have made me nervous, but we still would have made the trade and it had been profitable. So we're going down now. Don't have any DR on this Xbox with trapped as we're moving down, so we don't take this trade. Would have been profitable if we did, but we don't take it. Going down here, 7848, 4050. We got a big hill there, little hill there, another little hill there. So we do have divergence, you could say, as it's coming back down. So right there, and we're going off double mini magnets, and we lay down a paw. So we got a Xbox with a trapped order, valid trade, coming off hard levels right there, really good. Enter tick above, stop. I'd put the stop right below that wall there if you have it, but if you don't, then I'd put it right below the mini magnets. Either way, you're fine, and it grabs the 10 ticks. DR divergence, yeah, it's again, it literally is big hill, little hill. Okay, so like this goes up, this goes down, this goes up again, but not as high, and then this goes down. So when that happens and you're making lower lows or higher lows or going anti-trend, then you can take the trade. So see, like big hill, little hill. It actually did another one. Like made another hill going up, and then another little hill right there. So you had a big hill, medium-sized hill, small hill. You just need big hill, little hill. That's DR divergence. That's all there is to it. Does that help? So 1233, yeah, you were in an uptrend on this trade, and this one we called actually in the room. We were talking about it. Or I think no, we didn't even talk about this trade because we're past 11. That trade, it didn't have divergence. It was going right into the dev level before you could take your 10 ticks. But I mean, you could have taken it. If you would have taken that one would have lost. I mean, you're on an uptrend. I mean, I can't really tell you a super valid reason besides just being nervous about not even being able to make anything by the time you hit that 1.5 dev level. So that would have been, I mean, a trade that you could have taken. It just would have worked. This one I like because it's coming right off the magnets, and there's room before, like, at least close to the dev level. I could have moved my break even, my stop to break even at the dev level. So I would have grabbed my stop that was down here, and I'd have moved it up, or I would have taken my profit, moved it down, and just grabbed like 8 ticks on it. So the clusters in the area. So the clusters are telling you that right here, expect some chop in this area right here. But I do see that there is room between where it's going up and going down to take profit. So some people like, okay, there's this kind of chop that's just doing this that you do nothing on. But there's also like, is there room inside the chop to grab, close to 10 ticks? So that's where I trade inside the chop. Like usually I'm getting a bar on the bottom or the top of the defined chop, and there's room because really this chop box is from here to here. Laid this paw down here, have all this paw down here. The paws and the mini magnets help you define your chop boxes. So we got this area right here that is our chop box, and so there's room to take profit inside that chop box. And then the one other thing that sort of I could point out that I think would be good to help out with the question that you asked, let's see, who was that? Raymond, is this X box a trapped order? Just like I talked about in the previous trades, like would you want to put your stop here? Or would you want to put it like down here below the magnets that are stacked up? So, I mean, you take on a few more ticks of risk, but, put it like, say, 2 ticks below that stack right there. And that trade actually, even though it would have given you a heart attack, would have worked out. Right? I'm not looking at it right now. Right now I'm doing a market review. So you have to wait till I catch up. Because I'm doing a market review right now. Sorry, Danny. All right, so and this is me and Lori sort of. You'll hear us bash about the whole chop thing. I'll trade chop as long as I see room in the chop to make profit. So she will just say, I'm not going to do anything. So, right. I mean, if this was like 4 points away, it's like, okay, that just don't take the trade or, whatever. I mean, I'll give myself maybe at most a point and a half extra, like 6 ticks. If there's like a stack right there. Or if I don't like the stop, then I'll just not do the trade. So. Yeah, I mean, you really need about 4 from top to bottom. But 6 is even better. Yeah. So, and you can see, I mean, all these clusters did definitely, and you remember I said the chop box is pretty much here to here. We're still sort of trading in that chop box, right? So we get another X box with the trapped order. We have room to get our 10 ticks. Entry there, stop there, grab our 10 ticks, another profitable trade. So just to define the divergence, if the green hills or the red hills, they could be either one if it's going up or down, right? Are getting smaller, does that mean the price should be going up or down? It doesn't mean either thing. What it means is if you're going to go against the trend, okay, then you need divergence to take place on DR. And that's usually when you're making higher highs or lower lows than what you just made before. Yeah, mini magnets, pause, levels, or stacks. Exactly. I don't get more aggressive. I just am more. I'm all about taking it. Yeah, like you had a triple dipper here with an Xbox and a trapped order. I don't. I trade the same size either way. So you want to be very consistent on your size. And I mean, that trade worked out beautifully. So not only was it a triple dipper to go long there, but it also was an Xbox with trapped order to go long as well. Yep, whether red or green. Doesn't matter what color they are. You could make everything the same color if you wanted to. Do not martingale, Christopher. Okay, Danny, you asked a question. The trade right now, is that OD divergence? Let's see here. Well, there is no trade right now because there's no setup right now. I mean, we had this long right here that you could still be in if you were really able to hold it through all that. But we don't have any setup at the moment. If there would have been an Xbox short right there, then you could have, that would have been, that still wouldn't have been no divergence because 63.95 was higher than 41.85. So peak to peak the most recent peak right there. And that made a higher high, and that number was higher, which would be expected, so it wouldn't be divergence. So this peak to this peak, that's higher. That actually tells you the market will most likely continue and go higher, which it did. After it gave you a nice big pullback. So I think we had what, one loss out of there, and we had probably like 20 profitable trades, and that's from 9:30 to 1 o'clock. Or actually, I guess 8:30 because we did a couple extras before the market we reviewed. So not too shabby. Did y'all pick up a few little tips on this? Yeah, there are 34 profitable trades. There we go. Danny was counting them up. So yeah, 34 profitable trades and one loss out of the entire morning. So now understand, this morning was fast. There are a lot of trades that you couldn't have caught. I want to say the one loss we had, you couldn't have actually got. Because I remember calling that this morning. I'm like, it happened in half a second, like the whole bar. So you probably wouldn't even have got the loss. And you wouldn't have got all the wins because, I mean, it was a really, really fast morning. But out of 30-something trades, even being that fast, you probably should have at least been able to get 3. Right? This holiday was a little bit different. So, I mean, a lot of times holidays are slow the morning after. This was just a boom, bang up morning. So we had, Trump tweeting out stuff about China deal going well. We had the ISM manufacturing coming in and being horrible. So we got people saying, yeah, I got my 3, got my 3, got my 3. I had people this morning saying I got my 150. I may have had 250. Right now, netted 3 after a loss, still netted 3. So Friday actually had like 9 trades. It was really slow, but it had 9 profitable trades on it. But yeah, this was 30 in like a couple hours, so a few hours. Awesome. Well, I recorded this, so I will put this up on the site for you. Okay? Yeah, Friday was actually still a great day to trade. Like I said, I went in and got 9 profitable trades. So the orange lines you see on my chart are the dynamic magnets, and we'll be doing a webinar on those soon. All right, well, if y'all want to work on this day, it's a great fast day to replay. You could always do market replay on it, okay? And I got the replay video up under Ninja Trader Step 7 and then Step 7 of that. So Step 7 is how you can get to it and learn how to do it. And you can just download today's data using the free market replay thing that I show you how to use. And if there's anything I can do to help you out, reminder, we got our promo ending here in a couple days, so you do want to sign up for that. You want to fill out the thing in the mentor room to get inside the mentor room right away. If you know anybody who wants to, learn how to trade or who this could really help, let them know. Share this I'll put it on YouTube and Facebook. Share this. Tag them. Let them know to come check it out while it's free and while they can check it out. Okay? All right, y'all have a great day. And this is Daryl Martin at apexinvesting.com going over the Sniper trading system.